Hi and welcome to Cloudtalks. So, to start with, what's your name and where'd you come from?
Well, thank you for having me. I'm
You're
Filip Novak. I'm an accountant and business development manager from Bluebird IT Solutions. We're a UK-based company, part of a wider group called this group. We specialize in IBM Sterling business-to-business and managed file transfer solutions, which are part of Watson's supply chain. And what we basically do is help secure and manage a company's most important file transfers inside and outside the organization. We help consolidate their B2B community and partner network and provide business process automation through end-to-end process integration.
Fantastic. So, what are Bluebird focusing on this year? What's 2017 all about?
Well, 2017 is a particularly interesting year, especially in terms of new legislation being put into force, especially talking about GDPR, or General Data Protection Regulation, which will be put in force on the 25th of May 2018. And we are currently really focused on doing a lot of research how we can provide that security and help companies become GDPR compliant in certain areas.
So, obviously going straight to the point, how are Bluebird? What's Bluebird's value to GDPR?
Well, first of all, it's important to note that GDPR there are a few key points that we have to be aware of. First of all, GDPR is technologically neutral, so there are no recommended technology solutions and vendors. Also, there is no single solution that will help companies to be GDPR compliant. And also, because it's such a wide scope, companies will have to take a good look at their existing IT infrastructure and identify those weak links and see how they can be more compliant with legislation. This is where we come from. We focus on protecting data on the move. Obviously, data in transit is when data is at its most vulnerable. So we actually are the solutions we work with. We can say they're GDPR compliant by design, by default, because they add security to each level of communication.
Perfect.
And they help companies consolidate their whole file transfer architecture and provide that extra visibility and monitoring to all the file transfer happening inside and outside the organization.
Brilliant. And then lastly, will Brexit affect GDPR?
Actually, this is a very interesting, because a lot of companies are taking the wait and see approach, which is that has a lot of risks to it, because we have just a little bit under a year to go. But the UK Secretary of State specifically said on October last year that Britain will implement GDPR, Brexit happening or not.
Fantastic. Well, look, Philip, absolute pleasure to me. Thank you very much for coming along.
Pleasure.
And we'll see you again soon. Thank you.